Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. Hop Butcher, Foe the World. This is their new Oklahoma. Yeah, look at that can art, man. God damn, that's sexy. I'm a sucker for birds on cans. I don't know what it is. And Jets' art design is awesome. Mosaic Belma hopped American Pale Ale brewed with raspberry. Say what, son? I think I missed that when I did the unboxing. Okay. 5.75% alcohol by volume. This was can 429. We're at 5 something, 512, 513, somewhere around there. On the back here, bright citrus, ripe berry, pleasant grass. As you can see. This is sent by Hop Butcher. Thank you very much. Give this a crack. With raspberry. Weird with raspberry. I have this weird thing. I've talked about this before in beer reviews. There's certain things I like the fruit. There's certain things I like the flavor of the fruit, but not both. Raspberry is one of them. Love raspberries. Not a big raspberry flavored person. Bananas. Love bananas. Hate banana flavored stuff. Cherries. Not a big fan of cherries. Love cherry flavored stuff. You know, blueberries. Love blueberries. Not a big blueberry flavor fan of things. Anyway. Yeah, one of my more favorite Hop Butcher cans as of late. Again, sucker for the bird, sucker for the Jetsa. We're hitting on all cylinders here. So here's the deal. It looks all the part of a really nice rich hazy, but watch. So I gave it a whirl to bring that head back. I'm curious to see if this happens again. So it has this nice turbidity to it. You rarely see on such a low ABV beer. I'm here for it. So sub 6%, super turbid for that ABV level. Half a pinky finger, quarter, 3/4. Let's go 3/4 of a pinky finger of a head on it that I was curious to see how it was going to kind of dissipate this time. Because if you watched my pour, it kind of died off in a very rocky fashion. When you get like fruit additions and stuff like that, that can happen to a head, but it's actually holding up this time. So yeah, it's not like spoon sticks straight up in there if you put it in there, but it's definitely dense, especially for its ABV. So looks the part of a hazy. Let's give it a whirl. Let's get a nose. I mean, the no shit Sherlock portion of the show here, those berry vibes are real. Have I gotten that berry vibe from Hop Butcher before without actual raspberries in it? 100%. So is it the berry? Is the hops they use? I don't know. But you're getting, it's mostly like an underripened, very soft citrus, probably more stone fruit leaning for me with that big berry component. Not even like a slight grapiness to it or something like that. What did they talk about tasting? No, it's even more on aromatics. Pleasant grass, bright citrus, and ripe berry. It does have a bit more of a stone fruity vibe on the nose for me. But again, we all smell the way we smell. So yeah, smells like a banger of a low ABV jam too. It smells more like something in the 7% range as opposed to 5. So we have that going for it. See if it falls through in a taste. Cheers. Man. So here's the deal. This is so close to being like mind-bending stuff. But, it's a carbonic thing. There's a decent amount of carbonic acid in this, especially for this low ABV. It doesn't ruin the beer for me. I really do enjoy it. But it does kind of break the, what's the word I'm looking for? That third wall, the fourth wall, that kind of barrier. It kind of breaks you out of that kind of harmonic thing that beer does. Now, I'm hypersensitive to carbonic acid. You might not be that person, but for me, it's there. But outside of that, it's so, if that were dropped just a little bit, this beer would be S tier because of the way those raspberry edition plays with that berry jams that Hop Butcher is so known for now. There really are like the King S of F Mountain. We'll kind of clean this up a little bit for the kids at home. Because kids drink hazies. I refer to kids. Yeah, the kids do, because to me, anybody below the age of 35 is a kid. Anyway, it just accentuates it. It's like, you know, it's like adding a touch of vanilla to lactose. It just elevates everything and just makes it more and more. It's like MSG level stuff. So that berry hop is being propped up by that raspberry or vice versa to bring this huge berry component here. On top of that, I would say they're correct on the tasting notes more than me saying pushing stone fruit. I think it's more of a citrus thing here. More of a pineapple citrus combination. But that's what I'm getting here. Now, their green grassiness, I don't get any of that. I can see somebody getting it if they weren't as sensitive to that carbonic acid, or maybe that would come off to them like that. So again, I'm not trying to explain them away or dismiss what I'm saying, but I'm just saying there's just that slight disconnect with that carbonic acid that keeps me from going absolutely apeshit gaga for this beer. It's still very, very tasty. I have 2 of these. They will be drank with zero issue. And it's a very, very fun combination. Honestly, a very cool kind of twist and take using that berry to prop up that already existing berry portion of the show. Outside of that, mouth feels really, really nice. The carbonic kind of acid just checks it just a little bit, but it's very nice, especially for its ABV level. And the only thing I would really add to this, I hadn't mentioned at all, is this hop butcher tendency to have this lactose vibe in a non-lactose beer. They've assured me at this point that there's no lactose in these, even though I've kind of winked down on it and went, okay. But at this point, I think you would hear people bitching and moaning about them not putting warnings of lactose on their beer if there actually was. So it's some kind of F-duggery that they do that gives this soft lactose component. It's probably just an oat addition, specific kind of oat, I don't know, but it has a soft little lactose kind of / vanilla kind of thing in combination that makes it just a little bit slightly desserty. Again, we're not talking dessert beer. It's not a milkshake kind of beer, but you add that with that berry note, it comes very, very cool flavor combo. It stays very much a hazy IPA. I'm not trying to talk this again into like a desserty beer or a milkshake IPA. Not even close to that, but it has those little bit of tendencies to it that bring a little bit more to the table. Make it a really fun beer. Even with me kind of nitpicking on that carbonic acid level, I'm a fan. I dig that. I dig that quite a bit. There. I think we're done. There's not much else to talk about. 5.7%. 7.5, sorry. Percent little hazy with raspberry. Nothing's overpowering here. It's not too raspberry, not too this, not too that, other than that little touch of extra carbonic acid that I'm hypersensitive to, so you probably won't have a problem with it. Just leave you with, is this one of the better low ABV hazy? Sub 6%. Yes. Mount Rushmore's ass, barely on the outside looking in. There's ones that just a skosh better. It's worthy. There's a lot of competition. Like I said, if for my personal taste, if you knock that carbonic acid down a little bit, it would be on there with ease. Valued availability, Top Butcher. I think this stuff is pretty reasonable price-wise. I assume this is going for $14-15 in the Chicago area. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. And you can get Hot Butcher by us in here in Jersey, so it's not just out in Chicago. But you're going to pay a little bit more of a premium. For example, this out my way would be an $18 4-pack. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like all the stuff I said, no shit. If you like low ABV hazies, you're not really affected by a higher carbonic acid level, and you think that berry thing they pull off in Hot Butcher beers is very cool, you will dig this. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully enjoyed. Down there, we can talk about it. Hot Butcher, have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? All that fun stuff. Let's talk about it down there. Have you had this one? If you had, do you experience that carbonic acid, i.e. seltzer water kind of vibe to this? If you have, let's talk about it down there. Hopefully enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of Hot Butcher for the world right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.